Good morning. There she is. Okay, let's get going. We ready? You got water and a towel and a mat, and you're ready to work. So let's take a nice big deep breath, reach for the ceiling, try to get nice and tall and lift out of your hips. And now we're going to swan dive it nice and slow. Take your time getting down. Once you're down, let your head go. Just kind of chill out, relax, take some nice big deep breaths. Some good blood flow to our face. Now we're going to inhale and extend the back so it's nice and long. And then come all the way back up, taking those arms out to the side. Flip the palms to face the ceiling and then reach them all the way up. Now you're going to lift the shoulders up. You're lifting everything up. And now let's take it all the way back down again, nice and slow. Let your head relax. Just kind of really unweight your upper body as best you can. If you're able to, of course, you're in a straight leg. Now we're going to inhale and extend the spine. Take the arms off the floor, out to the side, reach all the way up to the ceiling. And now one more time down. Nice and slow. Hold here, take 3 really big deep breaths. You can pedal your knees a little bit, straighten one, bend the other, just to increase blood flow. Then maybe try to do 2 at a time. Little bend, then try to go straight. Nice. Now with a straight leg, hands to the floor, you're going to walk out to a plank. Bring the shoulders over your wrists. Make sure you're not dropping your face. We're going to step our feet into bear. You're going to put your knees down, come onto the tops of your feet, and have a seat on your heels, and relax into child's pose of your choice. Okay, let's come back up onto all fours. So you're going to walk your hands forward or maybe slide your hips back a little bit, as if you were going to start to do some push-ups. Then let your hips fall forward and take your gaze and look forward. So you should feel a nice little stretch through your 6-pack muscle. Little weight bearing for the arms never hurt. Now you're going to keep the toes tucked under just so you have that added stability. Then you're going to bring the hips back over the heels again. This time you're not sitting down, you're just hovering your hips over the heels. Forearms are off the floor. It's a big stretch for the side body. Now you're going to bring the hips back forward once again. Draw the belly up and in when you're holding on this spot so you protect your lower back. Now bring those hips back one more time. Try to lower the chest a little closer to the floor as you breathe here. Now this time we're going to come forward with the hips, but we're going to lower down to the forearms. So you're going to find yourself in baby cobra. Let's let the hips get down onto the floor. And just have your elbows underneath the shoulders here. Take your gaze, look forward, and just breathe while you draw the belly in. Now we're going to take the hands by the chest and lower the chest down to the floor. Let's make sure we're keeping our neck nice and long, so your face should just be hovering. Now draw the belly in while you're in this position. Keep the toes tucked under. And now you're going to push yourself up. Straight arms looking forward. And now we're slowly going to lower back down till the chest hits the floor. Keep that neck nice and long. Draw the belly in. Press yourself back up. You're keeping your knees down on the floor here. We're just gently warming up that lower back. Take it back down again slowly. And one last time, push it up. Now you're going to come off the knees and meet me in your down dog. Hold here while you push your heels towards the floor. And we're going to alternate bending a leg. So you really get to push the one heel down. Hold one side down, take a few breaths. Then switch. Walk your feet towards your hands. Inhale and extend the spine. Try to shift your hips back and try to walk your fingers forward. So you're just going to start a little tug of war here. Make sure your neck is comfortable. And now relax, just fold over the legs. See if you can keep your legs nice and straight. We're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Standing nice and tall, crowd out your chest, take your gaze, look to the right. Come back, look the other way. Come back center, drop the chin. Take your gaze, look up a little bit, not too much. It shouldn't feel uncomfortable. Now you're going to take your gaze, look down at your right shoulder. Come back up, look down at the left shoulder. Come back neutral, take the right ear towards the right shoulder. Just hold, relax, take a few more breaths. Try to really bring length here to this side. Then come back up, do the same on the other side. Okay, put your hands on your waist. Let's lift that left knee up. Take hold of the foot with your left hand. We're not going any further than right here, so just take a few breaths, try to relax. Release the foot and switch sides. Lift the right knee. Find your foot with your right hand. Bring the knees close together but not touching, just about a little smaller than maybe hip width. Should feel a nice stretch down the front part of that leg. Okay, release that foot. So you're going to stand tall with your feet hip width apart. You're towards the front of the mat. We're going to take a step back with our right foot, but I still have both of my legs straight. I have both of my heels down on the floor. So we're going to come into pyramid stretch. Take your hands forward. Keep your spine nice and long as you slowly hip hinge till your torso is parallel to the floor. Once you're there, relax and breathe. If you want to add a balance challenge, you close your eyes. Okay, let's take it as far down as we can. We're going to flex the spine and fold over the leg. Try not to weight too much into your hands. Just breathe, close your eyes. This is a great opportunity to just kind of get lost. Forget about what's up ahead during your day. Okay, let's take the hands back to the shin and you're just going to walk yourself back up. Step that foot forward, switch sides. Step as far back as you can with both heels remaining on the ground. Start to slide down. When you think you're parallel to the floor, hang out, close your eyes, try to challenge your balance. And now we're going to flex the spine, fingertips to the floor, fold over that leg, get as deep as you can into this stretch. Not a lot of weight into the hands, right? You want to let that upper body weight help you lengthen the back of the leg. Take the hands back to the shin, walk yourself back up. You're going to step forward with the back leg. Take the right leg back this time. And this time you're going to really give yourself a lot of space between the front and back foot. Sweep the arms up to the ceiling. Bend a little more into that front leg, but I'd like you to be really high on the toes on the back foot. Now we're going to come down with the arms reaching out to the side. You're going to lean forward, but spine stays long. Just let the arms hover. So you're putting a lot of weight into this left leg. And now come back up. Push up through the heel, reach the arms to the ceiling. And do it again. Lean forward, arms come towards the floor, but they don't get there. And you take them back up as you push through the heel of that front foot. And one last time. Now we're going to take the hands to the floor. Step back, meet me in your high plank. Walk your feet all the way forward. Inhale, extend the spine. Reverse it, come all the way back up, reach for the ceiling. And arms by your side. We're going to step the left foot back this time. Big step. Lift the back heel, sweep the arms up. Nice length coming to that front hip flexor. Okay, you're going to come with a nice little hip hinge and a forward lean. Let the fingertips go towards the floor as you weight into this right leg. Now push back through the heel, come back up. And let's do it again. Come down. And press up. And now this time we come down, we meet back in that high plank. Take it to a down dog. Push both heels towards the floor. Straighten out those legs. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Inhale, extend the spine. Reverse it, come all the way back up. Reach the arms towards the ceiling. Bring your hands to heart. We're going to step the left foot forward. Big step. Now give me a big forward lean. And normally we would rotate towards the left, our shoulders. This time we're going to rotate to the right. So you're going to feel a nice little amount of work into that inner thigh of your left leg. And then come back, square out those shoulders and rotate again. Make sure you've got a nice lean forward. Make sure you're turning both shoulders as far as they will go. Then come back. One more time. Now take your hands down, come back to your high plank. Meet me in your down dog. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Inhale, extend the spine. Reverse it, come all the way back up. Reach for the ceiling. Hands to heart. Step your right foot forward. Big, big, big step. Big forward lean here. Now rotate shoulders left. Come back. Let's just do that slowly. 2 more times. Keep your forward lean as you rotate. And meet me back in your high plank. Take it to your down dog. You're here for 5 deep breaths. Walk your feet all the way towards your hands. Inhale, extend the spine. Reverse it, come back up. Reach for the ceiling. Hands to heart. You're going to step the right foot back and you're going to take it to a 45-degree angle. Then you're going to try to turn these hips to face forward. Now, if you look down at your feet, we'd like to ideally have the front heel and the back heel in a line. Now, if that's not comfortable, then you can take this back foot and move it out a little bit more. But the chest faces forward. Now, hands on your waist, we're just gonna lean forward. Maybe, 6 inches or something. And then lift the torso back up. So you're getting a nice stretch through this hip. Lean forward. Come back up. And just do it one more time. It's not about forcing any position, right? You want to just feel length. Now we're going to release the arms. One faces forward, the other one backwards. Try to get a nice straight line. Palms face the earth. Just hold. The arms need to be really strong and long. Now we're going to open the palm in the front. We're going to reach it up. Your back hand rests on your leg. The left arm goes straight up to the ceiling. Try to grab your ceiling. Getting a nice stretch through this left side body, right over the head. Okay, bring this left hand to your waist. Both hands are back on your waist again. You're going to step your back foot in a little bit and straighten both your legs. We're going to take this left hand, slide it down the leg as you push your hips towards the back of the room. We're coming into triangle pose. Go nice and slow. Now, there's no rule about how far you get down. What's important is that you're not letting your torso rotate forward. You're trying to keep it over the front leg. Once you've found your happy place in this stretch, lift the right arm up towards the ceiling. Maybe take your gaze and look up at that right hand, as long as it doesn't aggravate your neck. If it does, turn your head, look at the floor. And then try to come back to it. This is a great way to strengthen the neck. Arms, both of them, nice and long here. Continuing to move the hips towards the back of the room. So you're getting that nice stretch through that front inner thigh. Now let's take the right hand down to the shin. So your chest is right over that leg. If you can either hang out here or take the left hand to your waist and give me a nice spinal rotation so your chest is facing the left side. So you're getting into the outside, a little bit of the IT band that runs on the outside of that left leg. Okay, let's take the chest forward. Bring your hands down to the floor. Meet me in a high plank. Downward facing. Walk your feet forward to the hands. Inhale, extend the spine. Reverse it all the way back up. Reach for the ceiling. Hands to heart. You're going to step your left foot back, 45-degree angle. Look down at those feet. Try to get both heels in the same line, and then look forward with your torso. We're going to lean forward. And then come back up. And then lean forward. And back up. One more time. Maybe go a little deeper if you can. Feeling a nice little stretch into the glute. The deeper you go, the more you're going to get into your glute. Okay, let's take the arms. One forward, one back. really long. They're both in a nice straight line. Now we're going to take the front hand, reach it up. Your other hand rests on your back leg. Really trying to get into this side body on the right. Okay, straighten both legs. Step your back foot in a little closer so you feel very stable. You're going to shift your hips backwards. Slide your right hand slowly down the leg as far as you're comfortable. Keep your torso from rotating forward. You really want to find a stretch here in that inner thigh of the right leg. Once you're there, if you want to lift this left arm straight up to the ceiling. Take your gaze, see if you can look up. If you need a break, turn your head to your right foot. Start again. Okay, take this left hand down. You're going to frame your foot. Step back, meet me in your plank. Step your feet into bear. So your knees are just an inch above the floor. Now come into a small down dog with your heels down. Push the legs nice and straight. Close your eyes, get lost. Come back to bear. Shoulders over wrists, knees above the floor. Make sure you haven't lowered your head. You want to just be looking down, neck neutral. Back to your small dog. Push your legs straight. Come back to bear. Step back to high plank. Meet me in your down dog. Bend your knees, hover them just above the floor. Go back to that straight leg. Hover the knees. Back to your straight leg. Hover the knees. Come back to plank. Step your feet in. We're going to do some cat-cows. Put your knees down. Little reprieve here. So, round that back. Arch it as best you can. And then reverse it. Let's do like 5 or 6 cat-cows of your choice. Maybe you move the hips back. Maybe you shift a little from side to side. Whatever movement you want to bring while you do these that feels good is where you ought to be. Remember to breathe with each movement. Okay, let's come on to the tops of our feet here. Let's try to open the knees, maybe to the width of the mat. And then we're going to sit back on the heels. We're going to lower the elbows, relax the head, just hang out here for a few breaths. Come back up, bring those knees back in, get back on the toes. Meet me in a small dog. Walk your hands forward. Sorry, your feet forward. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, fold. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Crowd out your chest. Sweep this right arm up. Straight up to the ceiling. Get it nice and long. Take your feet out to the width of the mat. Shift the hip to the right. Take the arm over. Neutralize the hips, let the arm relax. Same thing, other side. Reach the arm nice and long, straight up. Hips go left. Take it over. You go as far over till you feel a really fabulous stretch, and then you hang out and breathe. Okay, come back up. Bring the feet hip width apart. Now we're going to do a little work, little weight bearing work here. Single leg squats. So we're going to ease into this. I'm going to have you step your right foot back a little bit, not as far as it can go, maybe just a couple of feet. Hands just above the knee as you lean forward, but you don't round the back. Super important. Now, from this position, I want you to get comfortable wading into this left leg. So easing into it means now I want you to bend the left knee forward and then straighten it. You're trying to put most of your weight into the left leg. If not, like 95% of it. Go forward and back just a few more times. Then we're going to be ready to elevate this. Okay, so let's meet with a straight forward leg. Let's hinge a little lower with the torso, still keeping the spine long. Now, come off the toes on that back foot and just hover them above the floor. You don't have to lift that leg, because if you need to put the toes down for balance, you can, and then you restart. You don't have far to go. But I want you to wade into this left leg and balance on it. Now stand tall. Shake it out. Switch legs. So step your left foot back. Weight mostly into this right side. Hip hinge, so you're leaning forward. You're going to bend the knee forward and straighten it. Get comfortable with weighting most of the weight into the right side. Okay, almost a straight leg in the front. Hip hinge a little more. Gradually get out of that left foot and just hover it. You need the toes back down for a little help. The floor is not very far. Stand tall. Shake it out. Nice. Big deep breath. Swan dive it all the way down. Relax your head. You're just looking through your knees. We're going to fold the arms here and take some nice deep breaths. Completely unweighting your upper body. Even letting the shoulders roll down towards the floor. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Lift the elbows up. And then release the arms, reach for the ceiling. Let the hands come back by your side. You're going to take the right foot and come onto the top of the foot. This is a stretch for your shin and the top part of the ankle where all those little tendons connect. So just hang out in this one little spot where you feel a big stretch from your ankle bone all the way up the shin. So if you have to explore to find it, you got time. That's the good news. It's also a little bit of a balance challenge because you're not really weighting much into that right leg. Okay, let's do the same on the other foot. Explore, find the right spot. There's always a spot to be. Nice, okay. Circle the right ankle out in front of you. Change your direction. Keep the leg long. And then switch legs, circle the other one. Nice, now take a nice big deep breath. We're gonna swan dive it down and meet in our high plank. So walk the hands forward, step it back. Take your left knee to your left elbow. And then extend that leg back. Right knee to right elbow. Take it back. Meet me in your down dog. Take your left hand, hold the outside of the right shin. Switch sides. Right hand to the outside of the left shin. Back to your high plank. From here, hopefully we don't drop the knees, but if you need to, that's okay. We're going to come down onto the forearms. Draw that belly up and in, you're in low plank. Bring your feet together. Stick your butt up a few inches and then take that right hip, rotate it down towards the floor. This is an oblique exercise. Lift it back up, go left. Lift it back up, go right. Lift it back up, go left. Back up. This is your last round. Go right, go left. Put your knees down, walk the forearms back, meet me in your child's pose. Now let's come out of the child's pose. You're going to kick those feet forward. We're going to meet in staff pose. Heels to the corners of your mat, nice and long with the spine, right? Arms out in front. You're just going to lift the arms up. Should feel like a little bit of work, but not crazy. Put the arms down. Now you're going to lean back without rounding the back. Draw the belly in. Lift the arms up. Much harder, a lot of work for the six pack. Sit yourself back up, reach for the ceiling. Lower the arms, lean back. Belly goes in, arms go up. Little work for the hip flexors talking to you, I hope. Come forward, get the arms really reaching. Lower them, take it back. This is your last one. Lift the arms up. Sit yourself up nice and long, and then fold or dive between those legs. Your spine is now in flexion, getting a nice little stretch for the low back. Okay, walk yourself back up. So you're sitting tall. You're going to take your right hand, reach it to the outside of your left foot. Lean in to get there, but you haven't really flexed the spine. It's still long. Take your left hand to the outside of the left hip. Give me a little rotation. Your upper body. Try to turn it. Now come back. I want you to just reach over this left leg, hands holding onto the foot. Let's see if we can lower the elbows down to the floor as you look down at that left knee. Take big, deep breaths. Come back up. Same thing, other side. Left hand outside of the right foot. Reach over. Right hand to your waist. Start to try to rotate the torso. Take your gaze, look over that leg. Look down at your knee. See if you can lower both elbows to the floor. Okay, come back up. Pilates style, we're going all the way down. So arms out in front or hands on your shoulders, a little more challenging. You're going to C-curve the spine, draw the stomach in, and slowly come down. Once the head is all the way on the floor, lift the arms all the way back for a full body stretch. Bring the arms back by your side. I'm going to have you bend both legs. We're going to do some pelvic rocking. So start out with your lower back pressing into the floor. So you're tilting your pelvis up. Now I want you to draw the belly down. While you do it, I'd like you to breathe and then roll it forward. Keep drawing the belly down. Take it back. And just do this like 5 or 6 more times, nice and slow. Next, now, neutralize your spine. That means just go wherever it feels comfortable. Take your right foot over your left thigh. We're going to do a little figure 4 stretch here. So before we lift the foot off the floor, I want you to try to move the right knee forward. Keep that foot flexed. Now lift the foot off the floor. Take your hands through your legs. Grab onto your hamstring or your shin, whatever feels good. Just hold, breathe, close your eyes. Now, I want you to rock your pelvis forward while you hold this stretch. So the lower back skin comes off the floor. Keep trying to draw the left knee in. And then put that low back skin back down. So you're tilting your pelvis up. Do it again, roll it forward. Makes the stretch a little bit more intense. If it's too much for you, don't do it. Roll it back. Release the feet to the floor. Left foot crosses over right thigh. Flex it. Before we do anything, we want to be moving the left knee forward. Okay, lift that right foot off the floor. Hold on. Move the left knee forward. Roll the pelvis forward if you can. Tilt it back. Just do that a few more times, nice and slow. Nice, release that foot. Extend both legs down. The arms are going to come up. Lift the head. You're going to roll up Pilates style. Bring those feet in. Get up onto your toes. Let's meet in a full fold. And we're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Reach and lift the arms all the way up. And I thank you so much for your power and strength. Great job, you guys. There they are.